Hello there, Q.U.A.n.IQ here. Almost forgot. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So, I knew this TanaCon thing wasn't over because Tana herself didn't make a video on it. But yesterday she came out with a video addressing the whole situation. It's an hour long, by the way. Link in the description. Although you can find it. But yeah. So she says that she didn't make a video because her and Shane and some other people were in the process of making a documentary, and she hasn't released that, and she won't for a little while because she doesn't feel like it's the right time, and it discusses rape and a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm confused about, but okay. And I feel super pregnant. And that she also hasn't uploaded anything because she wanted to make sure that people got refunded for their TanaCon tickets. And she says that she's in the process of figuring out a way to get people their refunds for plane rides and stuff like that, because people did really travel really far for nothing, basically. But I feel like this video answered some questions that I had that Shane's little 3-part docuseries and whatever I can read and find on the internet didn't. Like, what was Tana doing during TanaCon that she couldn't see what was happening? I mean, I understand she was like the main event, basically, so she was, you know, hosting it and making sure everybody got on stage when they needed to and stuff like that, doing wardrobe changes and whatnot. But she says that at one point, right before the whole thing got shut down, on the first day, that she went to her hotel room to do a little wardrobe change, and she was gonna go downstairs and meet the Gabby show. And what's his name, Michael Weist, came to her room and segued like everybody always sees him doing. He came to her room and said that if she looked outside, she'll see 20,000 people. And then I guess that was the last that she saw of him until afterwards, when Shane contacted him and they was on that computer face-to-face thing. But at that point, she said that her and Bella went to go downstairs to give everybody waters, and she was tweeting that there was 20,000 people, which, again, I don't know why she looked outside and was like, oh yeah, you're right, there's 20,000 people outside. Like, no, sweetie, no. She admits that she knows that the capacity was overdrawn. And then I guess that our initial tellings of the 1,000 and something capacity limit was just for like one of the ballrooms, and that their full capacity was somewhere a little over 3,000, even though 5,000 tickets were sold. But I guess Michael Weist told her that people would be flowing in and out, and the hallways could hold people, and, you know, people come in late and stuff like that, so it wouldn't matter, and safety wouldn't be an issue, which she says that he handled the security and the safety, and that after the first day was canceled, that she was sitting in a boardroom for like 5 hours with his team and her team and some other people, going over what went wrong and what they can do better for the next day before it got canceled altogether. But I guess that's when the people on his team started weighing in and saying that the night before and that morning he canceled security basically and just printed out black shirts that say security on them and was just basically giving them to people. Somebody called me, so sorry if the angle's different than the last 2 seconds ago. But yeah. And then she said after she had that board meeting, she went to her she went to a party and she shouldn't have, but I guess the party wasn't to party, it was to talk to like members of her team and management and stuff like that. Now she says that she was told that 4,000 of the 5,000 tickets were free and that the other ones were, they needed to pay in order to cover the costs of the thing, the whole thing, I guess. And she admits that she shouldn't have done TanaCon at all, especially something based off of hate and spite. And she let her ego get the best of her, and she says that after she made the first video she should have stopped there, but people were hyping her up in the comments, and then she decided to make merch about it, and she saw the sales of that going up, and she was like, yeah, TanaCon could be a thing. And I mean, I would have did the same thing, but I wouldn't have made it that day, like a month and a half away. But I'm not Tana, so there's that. Also, this isn't the first time that I've heard her mention that her girlfriend Bella Thorne says that she got bad vibes from Michael and that she should have went with Bella's team. I mean, I'm biased against Bella because I don't like her, but I think it would have been better planned, more effective and efficient if she would have went with Bella's team, because Bella's been acting since she was like a little girl. Was that her in Amityville Horror that I'm thinking of? I think it is. And you know, she was on Disney Channel and all of that, and I personally think she should have went with her team. I mean, I understand why she wouldn't, because she probably wanted to do it for herself and didn't want people to think that she's just getting all of this just because of who her girlfriend is. But regardless of that, I feel like she should have went with Bella's team. She damn sure wouldn't have got screwed over. But hey, we learn, we live and we learn. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. There's little kids scootering and playing in the middle of the street, like, oh, okay. I was gonna say, where are their parents? Why aren't they being watched? And then I just see like a whole little clique of a couple of adults and somebody pushing a stroller in the middle of the street. Oh, look, a car. Who would have thought? Middle of the street, 2 perfectly good sidewalks. I mean, which would you choose? Anyways, she also didn't want to listen to, I guess there were numerous people that came to her and was like, hey, I worked with Good Times before, and this Michael character doesn't sit right with me, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. And she said she ignored all of that because of, she didn't want to base everything she knew about him and the company based off of other people's speculations and comments and stuff like that, because she says she knows what it's like to be on the other end of that and have people judge her just by what others are saying about her, which I understand because there's been a lot of controversy about her YouTube channel and stuff like that. And as I watched this hour-long video, I noticed there was a wedding. Like, what? That was the most random thing I've ever seen in my life. I never heard about it because there was all this other talk about TanaCon, but I guess Tana got ordained and married somebody up on the stage. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. She says that her and Shane are working on going to popular cities that the people from TanaCon are from, and they're doing like little meet and greets and stuff like that. And for what it's worth, I guess at least she officially apologized for this whole TanaCon debacle thing. She apologized for her stupidity and doing this out of pity and being dumb and young and naive, and what happened. Now she's just working on getting everybody their refunds, and that's a step in the right direction, I guess. So yeah, that was it. Until next time, bye.